Angry guy here. And women are shocked that men don't want to spend money on them anymore. Women are shocked that men don't want to spend money on them anymore. Let's just go ahead and jump right into the video.
I'm 31.
33.
What's the biggest challenge you run into dating 30-year-old men?
They're broke.
You're meeting broke men at 30?
I'm not meeting them, but there's multiple men out there that are broke.
So how much income should a 30-year-old guy be bringing in now in 2023?
100K
Over
plus.
100K, yeah.
100K minimum.
Do you think that's realistic?
Yeah.
If you put the effort and the hustle
It's
into
very,
it,
it's very, very possible.
But do you know what percentage of the U.S. is actually bringing in 100K?
Very low. I don't know the percentage.
About
but it's
10% probably. Like
10%?
Yeah.
So if it's 10% of the U.S., why is that the expectation at 30?
I don't know. We have that question.
Are you yourself bringing in 100K as a woman?
I am, as a woman, more actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think that makes you easier to date?
No, it's actually harder. So yes, women that are intelligent and make more money than men, it's harder to date.
You know what's intriguing about this? So you have a lot of these women that are on OnlyFools right now, and I want you to look very careful at her dress. This dress is only covering one side. The other one is basically using a stick-on. Okay? This is the reality that we now live in. So you have a lot of women who are doing OnlyFools, and they're making over $100,000 a year selling things on OnlyFools. And they seem to think that because they can make that kind of money on OnlyFools, they're on the same level as someone who went and got a bachelor's degree at a university and now works in radiology making $80,000 a year. And it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Guys, do you understand? We have to be almost grateful at this point that there are men who are still doing the jobs that need to be done in society. There's an important saying that, someone has to drive the dump truck. Someone has to do the hard work. Someone has to do the work that no one else wants to do. And they're not always going to get paid the very most for it. $80,000 is not a tiny amount of money. It's not such a small amount of money that you would put up your nose at it. They basically said they know that it's only a small amount of people in the U.S. that make over $100,000 a year. She literally said maybe around 10%, very low. Very low. They know it. It's a very small percentage of the population. They're absolutely right. That make maybe around 10% that actually make $100,000 a year. But they don't care. They think that a man at 30 years old should be making that kind of money. They have no empathy whatsoever. They think that the world revolves entirely around them, and that if you want to be in their presence, then that's what you're going to have to bring in. This is the level of entitlement that we're currently living with in Western society. Women do not value men. Women do not see the hardships that men face. All they see is, what can you do for me, and what have you done for me lately? This is the sad and unfortunate way that women think in modern day society, and that is why our society has such disparities. That's why our society has so many hardships. Women are not looking for a good man. They're only looking for a man who can basically give them wealth. And then, it's not love. It's not love. And that's why people often say that, marriage now, it's really just a long-term arrangement. Just like you have seeking arrangement. You ever heard of seeking arrangement? It's basically just a long-term arrangement where a man is trading money for intimacy, and you have ladies of the night, and they work and they do that type of thing, and you can get intimacy that way. However, this is basically just the extended version of that, and pets. A mother could love a child unconditionally, and a woman could love a pet unconditionally, but they cannot love a man unconditionally. A man can love a woman unconditionally because a man can take a woman in and accept her when she's at her very lowest and bring her back. And of course, I'm not saying it never happens vice versa, but in most cases, it's the man who's always giving everything, helping the woman, building the woman. It used to be, a good woman can help to build up a man with potential. It doesn't work like that anymore. It's where a man will take a woman who was really on hard times and build her into something. And then after he builds her into something, she then turns around and thinks that she's now better than him. Unfortunately, that's something that happens in the Philippines as well. It doesn't happen every time, but it does happen all the time. Where a guy will meet a Filipina. Who basically was he'll meet a Filipina who basically had nothing when he met her. She was living with her parents in a hut or a shack that didn't have doors. They had their toilet. The toilet was outside. Where did they take baths? Outside. Where's the toilet? Outside. There's no electricity. There's no running water. They can't afford meat. And they've lived like that for decades. She's lived like that for 2 decades. And she meets this guy. And he builds it into a brand new house. Meets her. Builds a brand new. They get married. He builds a brand new house. Furnishes it. And she is doing wonderful. And then years into the marriage, and this often happens more when the guy brings her back overseas, which is the reason why you never bring her back to your country. He brings her back overseas, and she can't handle it, and now she's a westernized woman, and she can do better, and she wants more, and unfortunately, you're holding her back. And she has to get rid of the weight that's holding her back. So what does she do? She gets rid of you. That's how it's sad for me to put it like that. It's sad for me to have to say it like that. But that's just the reality that men live in each and every single day. I made a video many years ago at this point, titled "She Will Never Love You." She can love certain things about you. She can love things that you have. She can love certain qualities that you have. She can love the things that you do for her. She can love, the way you treat her. She can love what you provide to her. But she will never love you. Not the way you love her. And forget about it unconditionally. The way a woman will feel about you is not even momentary love. That's not even momentary love. In fact, in that scenario, you're lucky if you find a woman who even likes you. Because most women, when they marry a plan B guy, they don't like the guy. They are tolerating the guy. Okay? Plan B guys are guys that women tolerate. Guys making over $100,000 a year, $1 million a year, millions a year. Those are plan B guys. She's just tolerating you. She doesn't even like you. She's just tolerating you. All right? The guy that she likes, not loves, but likes, are the very wealthy guys. Like guys, the guys like the celebrities that have status, they're very, very rich, the top athletes. Those are the planet, even the billionaires. Those are the guys she likes because they can do even more for her. Those guys are fun. All right? Because the plan B guy is the stable guy. The plan A guy is the uber wealthy guy. The guy with fame and influence. Those are the guys that she likes, right? And then there's the plan S guys, right? You know what S stands for, but let's just call it sensuality. And those are the guys that she loves. That's Chad, that's Tyrone, that's Ray Ray, that's Pookie, that's Quan, that's Miguel, that's Enrique. You know, those are the guys that she loves. Those are the guys that that have her heart. They don't spend a dime on her, and they don't have to, because they resonate with the type of person that she is. Now think about this. If she's the type of person that has more in common with Chad, Tyrone, Ray Ray, Pookie, Quan, Enrique, Miguel, then why would you even want to be with her? But it's hard to know because these women play so many games. You know, they spend so much of their lives in the streets, and then once they're done with that, once they want stability, they go looking for a man to build themselves up. Modern women are planning their divorce before they plan their wedding. It's an unfortunate reality, but it is a reality that men have to comprehend and understand that it does exist. That is the reality that we live in. And if you don't understand that it's the reality that we live in, then you're going to end up getting played. A lot of guys end up getting played because they don't want to accept that the truth of the matter is that the relationship is broken beyond all repair between men in Western society and women in Western society. And that's it. Guys, what do you guys think? I want to hear your thoughts on this. I want to know if you guys agree with me that this is pretty much it. You know, women are shocked men don't want to spend money on them anymore. But are you shocked by this? Or did you guys see this coming? Let me know what you think in the comments, and cheers.